Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, coming to you from the Campbell's Custom Care Studio.
Motorheads, I know you've got a motorcycle, maybe a golf cart, an ATV, a mower, something you put in the back of your pickup truck. We all know that loading it is a big pain, and putting it on a trailer is not the answer either. And this is not a regular ramp. This is from Loadall, and this thing actually converts your short bed into a long bed. And when you're done, this thing folds back into the truck. You can put your tailgate up and you're on your way. Now, Paul, what are some of the pitfalls if you want to put a motorcycle in the back of your truck?
Well, one of the biggest things is you're going to go up on a skinny ramp that's relying on the tailgate strap here, okay? And usually you high center when you get to here, or you fall off, there's no place for your feet. If you do make it that far and you get your bike in safely, now you have to fold that ramp up, put it next to your bike, which is always a prayer that you're hoping it doesn't fall into your bike, and that's a paint job. So with that being said, this right here is a system that literally takes care of all that and gives you a rock solid ramp to go up.
And most bikes are so long that they're sitting on the tailgate itself.
Right.
So how does that wear on that, through the years?
Well, eventually you're still relying on this, okay, to hold that bike on there.
Couple of cables, that's it.
These cables corrode from the inside out, so you don't even know they're bad. So you got two little green wires. If you could see it, you wouldn't do it, but you can't, so you do. And the next thing you know, this breaks or your tailgate ends up looking like a taco. So, with a nice bend in the middle.
And that's no good. And what are some of the issues you would have with trailering a vehicle like that?
Trailers, you're going to have parking issues. You're going to have to plate them. Your gas mileage is probably the biggest game changer. When you have a truck pulling a trailer, you're usually, it depends on the truck, you're going to drop from 20 down to 10, 11, 12. You got parking issues. You're always looking behind you. If you didn't grease those bearings, your tire and rims coming off. We've all seen that. We've all seen the death wobble.
So the Loadall is the solution to all those problems. Let's talk about how it works now. We started with the bike in the bed, and then what's the process to unload it?
Well, basically once you get the back tire right about here, gravity is taking you down. So you're going to let the bike do all the work, okay? Everything you do is in your hands. You're going to brake, clutch, even when it's wet. Backing down is really safe, really easy. You don't have to watch where you're putting your feet. You come down as slow as you want, 100% control of the bike.
And then how does the unit actually fold out? How does the Loadall work? Let's start at the front here. You've got this thing stored in the pickup truck.
Yep.
How does it actually all unfold?
Okay, once we take the wheel chock and move it out of the way, that allows us to flip the front plate over, and this will all fold up and go inside on rollers. Then you simply just push this in and shut the tailgate.
Simple as that. Let's talk about the construction here. You showed me how this is made underneath. How do I know this is going to hold up to the weight of my vehicle when I put it in the truck?
These are all custom designed extrusions. We have variants of 9, 3s, 6s, 1s, but they're tongue and groove. Every one of these panels is tongue and groove with a leg. So every time the tongue and groove meet, the legs meet, we stitch weld the legs together, we captivate it on the side, and we still have a really lightweight product, but it has a lot of strength with this tube right here. And like I said, if one weld ever did break, it's surrounded by like 8 other welds.
Now, how much does this whole unit weigh?
This particular one for the 6.5 foot bed weighs approximately 250, and the 5.5 foot bed that we have weighs probably about 230.
And the question everyone's going to ask, how much drilling do I need to do on my truck to install the Loadall?
It is literally 4 bolts to install. Does not install to the frame. It's 4 bolts into the bed, 3/8. And so once you install the mounting bars that go across, you slide it on this way. Once you're past the second bar, we put a tie-in bar across the front, and it's only 2 bolts to remove it. So this will section in pieces so you can take it out by yourself in probably less than 5 minutes.
What makes Loadall different from other ramps out there?
This ramp actually right here, all the weight that you're bearing down right here is on the dolly, transferred into the platform, locked into place, bypassing your tailgate. So there's no weight on the tailgate while you're loading, there's no weight while you're transporting, and when you're done, it all folds up, slides in, you shut the tailgate.
Now, what's the difference between Loadall and some of the powered ones? I've seen electric ramps out there.
Loadall is known to be all manual, so there's no motors, no wires, no bearings in this thing. So if you look at the battery-powered ones, there's a lot of them out there. We're not saying that they're bad, but they only do one thing. Like if you're only going to do a bike, that's all you're going to do. You can't do an ATV, you can't do a golf cart with it. This will do a washer, dryer, stove, refrigerator, snowmobile, golf cart, whatever you want.
If you have any motorized vehicle and you want to transport it someplace, this is a game changer, I promise you. You can find it at loadall.com. This thing is amazing. We'll be right back with more great products and more Motorhead Garage when we return.